All right, let's take a look how Caleo works in resourcing. So here I'm on the allocations overview. So it's on the left saying allocations. So in Caleo you can have teams and a lot of consultants, and you might be wondering how you can manage the resourcing with Caleo. So here in our system, we basically have this selector that you can select your whole company, which is basically what I'm showing here. And you can also select a single team, for instance. So I can take this resourcing demo here. In Caleo, we have three types of assignments. So these easier other work, so they are kind of a lightweight resourcing. Then these assignments, which are kind of a project-based resourcing, and absences, which are like if someone is on a vacation, obviously. Then we have states. So tentative is basically a state when an assignment is not yet confirmed. So it's basically that you have proposed someone and they're waiting for an interview, or they're waiting for a decision from the interview. But the verified state means that an allocation is already kind of done. So it's a done deal basically, that someone has a contract and they're working on that contract. Then we have a way to show basically people that are free. So in this situation, we don't have anyone that is 0% allocated. But for example, in the whole company, we have a bunch of people that have a 0% allocation, so they're basically free. And then if I go back to this resourcing demo and take this one, then I can find people that have allocations that are based on that filter, and then if I just add this, then I can get also the rest that has 100%. Right, so basically how this works is that I can open here the person, and then I have this notes component, so I can add this like your Jouko is proposed to customer X and customer Y, and basically I can save it by pressing enter or then clicking the save button from the right. If I want to see more about the details, I can go here. If I want to change the allocation, I can click the edit button and change the end date, for example, or if we know that the allocation is dropping for 100 to 90, I can do that. So I can go here, and then now you can see that the bar turned yellow instead of red, since it's now under 100. And then if I want to change basically the allocations, if I want to make this that this will go just to February, for instance, then I can do that. So that is now only kind of ending in March, and then I can manage that from here, from this allocation overview. Right. So you can have the overview here, like from teams, or then for whole company, change the time scope. So here I'm showing 4 months, but it could also be like 1 month. So basically showing that, okay, and this is saying like this month. So and then the like 1 month from the current date. Right, so this is how you can manage the allocations. You can also create allocations by going here, clicking the plus. So I can take this resourcing demo, for instance, and then find a person here. So let's find the Jouko. Let's add some other work to Jouko. So we can add like a short verified work for Jouko. So let's add 10%. And then let's start it from now and then end it to next year's February. And then we'll add this like an internal tooling and for instance like workshops for that Jouko could do, and then I can add it here, and then now you see this turned to red. So now there's two things. Now there's this other work that is 10%, and then there's this 90% still the current assignment that Jouko is doing. And here I can see like the description is that there's internal tooling, and I can edit here, and then if it's something else I can add it also here and then save it. So now it's saying that it's also something else. Right, So this is the way that you can add new allocations. Then if you want to add a project, so now when I went here, I selected only the scope. So I took the resourcing demo, so it finds only the people that are like part of this resourcing demo team. And then I selected a person. So when you have selected a person, it gives you the type, so you can add absences that people are away, or then you can add this other work which don't require a project, or then you can add assignments. So whenever you add assignment, then you have this kind of huge pool of assignments that you can select, but you have to create these assignments before in the assignment view. So these are kind of projects that you can create. So let's go and create one. So here in the assignment section, I already have some projects, so we can take one as a template. So we can go here and copy one, and then I'm fine with this. So we can go directly with this. So we'll just create a copy of it. So now we have this this osaamisen kehitys here. So we could give it a different name actually. So let's do that. So it's actually filled in English, so we'll sorry, in Finnish, so we need to change to Finnish to actually change it. But since now I'll change to Finnish and then go here and change the name. So let's change the name to project something, and then save the. And then I'll also need to add someone who is responsible for this. So I'll add Kalle Järvinen, and then we can save the changes. So this doesn't happen if you use Caleo only in one language. So we support both English and Finnish, but for now this was listed in Finnish. So that's the reason that it gave me that I had to fill it in the initial language. But for the resourcing side, now we have this assignment that I can view here, and I can select a person if I want to add them here. So for example, if I'm currently seeking to add people here as a proposal to some customer, so let's say I'm adding Jukka Hyytinen here, and then when I add this, it will create a tentative allocation to Jukka. So I can do that. So there's a tentative allocation for Jukka, and then I can add same for Juuso. And then, for example, like Mikko. So we have now 3 people here that are being allocated as tentative. So they are not like yet ready to be kind of signed. So they might be in the process of interviews or waiting for the results of interviews, or they might be basically on the pipe that they might be able to work in this assignment, this project. And when it happens that, let's say the customer reviews Mikko and is happy with Mikko, so they want Mikko, so then I can delete Jukka's allocation from here, I can delete Juuso's allocation from here, and then I can go here and change this to verified. And then if there's some changes to the allocation that it's first like 6 months, so then I can go here and then add it here so that it's just 6 months first. So we'll do it like that. And then that's how we can do it here. So we can now change the allocations directly based on this project. But then if I would like to find this project, and create an allocation from the allocation bar, I can go here and then click here and then select the scope. So we can take the whole company. Then we can take Maija Kivi, for example, then take an assignment and then take the project XYZ, and then you can show that there's these roles that are open, and then if I click this, I can see that there's this Mikko Puotila already resourced to this role. So yeah, then I could create a role from here. Right, so that's the way you can actually manage the resourcing. So you can select the scope here, and then select the time scope, how long you want to see the resourcing, and do the project from this assignment section. Allocate people from this assignment section or from this allocation section, and then see what is the resourcing and how it develops based on how the business develops and who is free and who is not free. And then of course you can add notes that the whole sales people can access and know where someone is going and someone is not going. So yeah, if you are interested in knowing more and how this would fit to your processes, then I'd be happy to get in touch and know more about your processes and your companies and how you're currently handling all these things. Great. So that's it. Thanks a lot.